Hi everyone, I'm Ghost Masala and welcome back to a slightly different video to what I'd normally do, but I have done a video like this before. Today I'm going to be looking at, are Google using Google Translate in order to leak personal information through a glitch that they have on their Google Translate system. So I've done a video like this before and that video has recently got quite a lot of views, so I thought I always said I'd make a second part, and here is the second part now. Of course, if you're a new subscriber since then, I'm leaving a card up above about the first glitch that I had a look at on Google Translate. This is going to be a different glitch, a slightly less popular one, but one that could still be potential like law breaking by Google if it is true, if what I think about this glitch is true. Well, but I'm going to look into it in this video. So this glitch in concern is, well, I called it in my previous video, I called this glitch the duplication glitch. I think I meant to say the multiplication glitch, but either one works. I'm going to stick with duplication glitch because it has less syllables in it, so it means it's just shorter to say. So basically what this glitch is on Google Translate, I'm guessing we've got some images up now, is where you take a short word, like from about 2 or 3 letter long word, and then repeat it with no spaces over and over again. And what that large string of the same word repeated over and over again comes up with, it translates, it turns into strange results in the translate box. So like some really random weird things, but some really weird random things. And the way you do this is you type it in the detect language box, and then it should work for basically any 2 or 3 letter string repeated over loads of times, and you get some really strange results. And yes, it does have to have vowels, your first word, which is why I said it should be a word, but because if it's just consonants, I don't think it'll work. So it needs to be something like, you know, the word hi. So if you repeated the word hi over and over again, by hi I mean hi, not yeah. And then if you repeat that over and over again, then it will come up with the results. As I said, I've got it on screen. And yes, so some smaller languages, some less common languages spoken by less people, they seem to work better with the glitch, and Japanese, and that's important. I'll come back to that later, why that's important. And it can work in any language. I haven't proven it, but it seems to work in most languages. I've got it to work in really popular languages like Chinese and Spanish and Portuguese. I don't know if it works in English. I suppose I could have tried that by doing it into Spanish, but I couldn't be bothered, basically. But yeah, it seems to work in basically any language, which is important. I'll come back to that later. However, the results of this glitch, yeah, you're like, where am I going with this? Well, the results of this glitch can contain web links, so like links to websites, stuff that's taken from websites, so sort of like, you know, username, password, those sorts of like fields, sort of stuff like that. So I've probably got something on the screen, like, you know, privacy policy, potentially stuff like that, and maybe even personal information from inside emails, and I'll come back to that later. Yeah, so that if that is true, that could be game breaking. And why are Google doing this? That's like the big thing. Is it an accident? Is this actually true? Am I just jumping to conclusions? Well, I'm going to explain all of that in the video. And firstly, we have some interesting things about the glitch. Well, one particular thing, and I've called it the glitch zone. It's a bit of a dramatic name, but it is important because this is important concerning this particular duplication glitch. So if you do the repetition thing, like I said before, when you start to get some strange results, you can literally type in anything and it will come up with new translations, meaning that you've got past the threshold and that anything you type translates into something strange. And this could be used as sort of a code by Google. So if you think about it, you type in, it's like, say, so I'm going to use a metaphor here. Say you've got 2 doors in front of you, in order to get to the end of the code. So to get through the first door, you need to type in a big long string of the same word repeated over and over again. That's how you get in the first door. And then once you've typed that in enough to get through the second door, you have to type in a particular word, and then you could get particular information that Google are trying to give to people via in secret to potentially avoid breaking the law. So is Google Translate using a code? Is that my conclusion? Well, maybe, but I think not, because the translations don't change enough for a code to be viable. So for example, on the screen now, I'm guessing I'm showing two different translations. As you can see, I changed, or the last word is completely changed. None of the same letters are in the same place, and yet the translation is basically the same. It's just the word at the end that's different, and even then, like, they're not too different. They're just basically based on the word that I typed in. I don't think it's a code, just because there isn't enough variety. You see, it's exactly the same no matter what you type in. Maybe it's a code, but I really don't think so, and that's what I'm going with on this. So, is Google releasing personal information through Translate in order to avoid certain laws and let website owners use our data, but not using a code? They're just like, well, okay, website owners, you can type in anything, a long chain of data, and eventually you'll get some private information, and then, yeah, stuff like that. So, if you remember this website that I showed earlier, it is the only website I could find. I have tried for ages to try and find another web link. So it's just the text, it is, as you can see, it's just the text that I typed in on the left, followed by .com. So that .com is potentially just a mistranslation, because it's not like drawing a web link from elsewhere, it's just using the stuff that I've already got and then adding .com onto the end. And basically, I have found links before, but I haven't, like, a long time ago, so not today when I'm recording the video. And like, most of the links don't work, which makes me think that it's just literally, it's a glitch. So like, maybe .com doesn't translate too well into other languages, and when you type in this big long string, it comes out with .com, because .com is one of the most common things on the internet. Then what about personal information? And you can see this translation here, it looks pretty concerning if you think about it. That amount of money, it looks like it's taken straight from a potentially important business email, this particular translation. Yeah, it looks like it's really important, you know. But on second glance, if we continue the duplication, adding li on for a bit longer, then we see this, and no one's got that much money, so that is not taken from an email, therefore showing that this is also just a glitch. It's not releasing personal information, it's just a complete coincidence that this has come up and it looks like an email. Similar to the fact that in the Somali translate things, that it's like creepy stuff came up occasionally, but not, it was just people looking for it particularly. Like, it took me ages to find stuff like this, to find suspicious stuff, and if Google are doing that, making it take ages, and I've already clarified that they're probably not using a code, then it just doesn't make monetary sense. It's not profitable for them if they're selling this data and then telling people to just type in stuff and find it. It just doesn't make sense. They make it more obvious, make it like most of it is just nonsense. Like, most of it just does not make sense at all. And so if you watch my Somali glitch video, you'll be like, well, of course that glitch was caused, in my opinion, by people trolling and people just typing in random strings, and then they just did that. Well, I really don't think so on this one, because the glitch works occasionally in every language, and that would take a long time to do for each language. Like, seriously, if the way Google Translate works, you have to type in a load of stuff and then click change translation, and that takes probably a good minute for each translation that you want to change, and that would take a very long time. But a sophisticated bot could do that. However, as I said earlier, different languages have different sort of reactions to this duplication glitch, and it works better and you get better results if you do it with languages that are less spoken and Japanese. And the key to Japanese is well known for being a poor quality language on Google Translate. Not saying that, not offending Japanese people or anything, or the language, but on Google Translate, it's just the translation is always very, very wrong, and there's lots of stuff with Japanese Translate, it just doesn't work at all, and there's very small languages are the same. So that shows that this glitch works better with uncommon languages, therefore it is just a glitch, it's not anyone trolling, because otherwise it would work the same on all languages. It proves that because it is a big language, so lots of people want to be translating it, but it just doesn't work on Google Translate. However, if it was trolling, then Japanese wouldn't have this glitch done to it so easily, because it is a big language and therefore trolling doesn't work as well. Whereas with if it was the small language alone, then it wouldn't be so conclusive. And if finally look at this, this proves that it is just a glitch. So if you the translation on the left is SE, which is similar to the word seeds in English, okay? And then if you, you've probably already seen the translation on the right. Yeah, it's literally just one letter away and a few moving the words around. It is very similar to seeds. And if you look at the translation on the right, I don't know if I've just shown that now, but it's put sesame here. And seeds and sesame are words that go together very often. And Google Translate does this in order to predict what you're actually saying. It does stuff like if you type in a word slightly wrong, if there's a typo, it translates it correctly. So clearly, if in its addled brain, Google Translate is thinking, well, they've typed in seeds, they must mean sesame, or something like that. I don't know if that's just a coincidence, but stuff like that does come up, like misspelling, stuff like that. It does come up, and for me, that proves that it is a glitch. It's just trying to make the best out of a bad situation, this long string. It's just trying to think, well, what is this? What is this? Like, it's clearly glitched out. And there are quite a lot of typos too, and as I said before, Google Translate likes typos, it changes them. And for me, it's just a very... Overall, I believe this duplication glitch is not a conspiracy, it's just a terrible oversight by Google, and you'd think they would have fixed it by now, but clearly it's not publicised enough for them to have fixed it, which is good, because it's funny, to be honest. And yeah, I would definitely recommend messing around with this glitch. You could get some really funny results with what you type in. And yeah, they're not releasing any personal information either, according to me, so yeah, don't worry about that. And yeah, thanks for watching, and if you've liked this video and the other Google Translate one that I did, I don't know if you come from that one, or if you just, you know, if you like FIFA content and you like this, subscribe anyway. Also, don't forget to leave suggestions for future videos, any sort of stuff, even if you're a FIFA person, just suggest anything. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.